Okay, so some thoughts. Persona is really cool because that's just like how who we are, how we speak, right? Like not how we speak, but like the voice that we put on when we write things. It's weird for me because I write everything in my speaking voice. I write like if I write a poetry poem, it's in my speaking voice. Everything I have ever done is me. I have a hard time separating myself from like separating me from art. It's just I don't get how people do it personally. It's one of those things that just doesn't make sense to my brain. But that's that's just what people do. It's not for me. I did get to read the poem at the Navajo Monument Valley Tribal School, and it's interesting because we don't know the author or the poet, but we can assume that this is like them because the poem touches on like dislocation, the like colonization, and like how do you like the difference between like heritage and like heritage and such, like between being how do you preserve your heritage while also adapting to like what is now, and that's really interesting. I do not have anything that I can talk about that in that sense because like I'm just me. But it's really cool. But within that, there is and the way that like the way that that in and of itself is like has to do with persona is like like this is who we do not know if this is like if this is Sherman if this is Sherman himself, right? But we can assume like it's something that has to do with like he's growing up with, but he can't, and that's really interesting. All things considered, within that, the imagery connotation like metaphor that reading was really interesting because like when it comes to imagery, like the way that the poem describes everything is really cool. It's really good. They carry that emotional weight, but also just like the expanse of like the Native American experience, right? Like that itself, right? And then like the connotation behind stuff like he like very specifically says school, tribal, monument, all that stuff is really interesting. And obviously the thing metaphor, it's metaphor, right? There's not much I can say about that that would make sense to like anyone. Like nothing more I don't think I can add on to that. The density is then like where like it's themes and like it has themes of like culture, like cultural identity, conflict, and like the power dynamics inherent in like what do in like the educational system, which is something that I just can't think about or do. I want to be a teacher, but like I don't know. And then the intensity is how a Sherman or Lexi he just sticks them together. Like the poem isn't necessarily long, but he puts those sections together so well, and it's like it's like bam, 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 like it hits right after the other, and that's really interesting to me. It's really cool. Like I don't know. And then like formal verse and such, right? Like free verse and formal verse, and then like it's written in free verse, right? Like it's not very like like there's not it's not necessarily it's just written. It's not he's not adhering to some like strict like meter or rhyme scheme or anything, and that's really cool. You know, yeah. I don't really have anything else to say. That's the best I can put. It's rhythmic, but not at the same time. Like it rolls off the tongue enough. Like it loses like alliteration very well. But I couldn't. I don't know. I I I don't I don't know. That's the best I can do for this one. I'm really lost. I'm a bit lost on this. Like on doing this for a class. I've never done this before, so it's a bit weird. I missed the first couple of ones just because I got stuck with like how to do like YouTube and such and all that jazz. But yeah, thank you so much. Later. Goodbye.